right, get in the van. There you go. Come on, come on, goofball. Oh, come on, get in. We gotta run to your school. We gotta go drop off your Valentine's cards for your party tomorrow. Come on, Goofy Goober.
Go.
Put your seatbelt on. All right, today we are, oh, you found a Blue's Clues markers. Where did those come from? All right, today we're running an errand. It is not a school day. However, tomorrow is, and Kaidale's having a Valentine's party. And his teacher asked for the Valentine's cards to be dropped off early. So that is what we're going to do right now real quick. And then I figured we could maybe just give you guys a little school update and talk about how that's going. We are gonna play Blue's Clues. We are gonna play Blue's Clues. You ready? All right. We're just gonna drop off your Valentine's real quick. We're a little late, but it's better late than never, right? Here. You're gonna take that to your teacher. Come on. What's wrong? What's wrong, buddy? Hey, put your seatbelt on. What do you want to do? It's kind of hot. Let's go home and change our shirts. All right, so that was kind of a fail. They weren't there, but I just got off work, so I wasn't able to drop them off till about 3:30. So that's okay. We'll bring it back tomorrow. They just wanted it dropped off early, but we tried. It didn't happen. That's okay. We'll bring it tomorrow with us to school, and you'll have your party. I needed you to put your seatbelt on before we can leave. And Kaidale just decided he was going to be grumpy. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. What do you want to do now? You want mommy's son? No, sweetheart, you can have it later. Okay. You want to go back to the condo? Okay, let's go back to the condo. Thought you were having to go to school or something. You didn't want to. I told you we were just dropping stuff off. We're not staying. Let's get our bicycles down. Alright. You gonna get your own bike? Dang, dude, you're so strong. You're so strong. Let me get the back wheel. Nice. Ugh. Which way should we go? Let's go to the park. Kiddo thought we were going to school, which made him a little bit whiny and cranky. So we're gonna go for a quick bike ride and maybe go play at the park or something. See if we can get in a better mood. Thought I was pulling a prank on him, making him go to school in the afternoon. All right, dude. Whoa. Let's go to the park. It's such a pretty day. I am gonna do a little hang out with me while I get ready vlog. Kaidale's at school today, and I wanted to give y'all a little update of school and what that is looking like for him. Basically, I decided a few months ago, I guess about halfway through the school year, I decided that although I really love homeschooling and I really love just the flexibility that it offers, I love that we can make up our own schedule, our own goals, we can focus on what we want to focus on. I just kind of thought, you know, after spending so long in such an extremely structured environment at JSA, I mean, JSA was phenomenal and got Kaidale to a point of progress that was, you know, absolutely mind-blowing. So it was definitely good for him, but it came at a high cost. You know, it was a big sacrifice. Like it was, you know, regular full-time schedule. It was a big sacrifice on me because I had to do a lot of like parent training and therapy, like parent collaboration, things like that. Obviously it was private school, so it was very expensive. So like, you know, for years and years, all of my funds kind of went towards his education and his therapy. So we got to this place of progress, and we got to this comfortable, well, I felt like comfortable that we didn't really need to rely so much on JSA. You know, I kind of felt like, okay, he's made so much progress, we've gotten this far, maybe we can consider other options. You know, we don't have to go here anymore. Like before, when we first started going, I felt like I had no other choice. I felt like me and him as a team weren't gonna make it if we didn't get help. You know, his behaviors are so extreme. He was struggling a lot. And, you know, I'm not an autism expert. I'm not a behavioral expert or anything like that. So it was kind of, you know, when we made the choice to go to JSA, it was kind of because like we really needed it. So we got to this place where I was like, we don't necessarily have to be here. Although we did love it. You know, I absolutely loved a lot of things about JSA. But, you know, I kind of just wanted to try a more flexible lifestyle. I wanted to kind of take a step back and see what life would look back like, you know, if we had a little bit more flexibility, if we were kind of allowed to breathe and take a break and relax and just, you know, take a step back, so to say. So anywho, that's what we did. I wish I had concealer because these eye bags are real prominent today. So yeah, so I decided I wanted to kind of take a little break, relax, take a step back, have a little bit more of a, you know, easygoing lifestyle for a little bit and see how that suited us, give homeschooling a try. And like I said, I really like homeschooling. It's definitely hard because I don't have the background in special education, but because I spent 5 years at JSA doing a lot of parent training and all that stuff, I did feel very comfortable kind of not needing to rely so much on the professionals. I felt like, you know, I can kind of take on this challenge and have a little bit of confidence, you know? So that's what we did. Love it. Love homeschooling. Love our little activities we do at home and things like that. But I started realizing Kaidale kind of needs some socialization, and to go from like so much commitment, we went from like 100 to nothing, like the opposite of like full throttle. Like we just slammed the brakes, and I realized, you know, although I've kind of kept him involved in extracurriculars like Special Olympics and his sports and things like that, but I realized that he needs more. He needs to be around kids. He's also starting to get really bad separation anxiety. I can't leave his site or leave him with like a caregiver or anything without him kind of getting upset. So I started realizing that he needs a little bit of time away from me. He needs to spread his wings. He needs socialization. So I reached out to the public school, and they basically said, sure, you can, you know, come, we can do like a modified schedule, because I didn't want him to go full-time, so he's not going full-time. But we had our IEP meeting, and we decided that it would be best for him to go for a full day. So you know, I didn't want him to go back full-time, just because it is kind of a high teacher to student ratio. And to go from having so much support at JSA, like basically one-on-one, to, you know, 12 kids in his class and one teacher. They do have a couple of assistants, so it's not like she's juggling all that by herself. But to go from full-time to go from, you know, JSA to that sort of a setting, I felt like would be difficult for him if he had to do that every single day. And I did still want to continue on the track that we were on with homeschooling and our own little goals, academic goals that we have at home. So basically what we do is he goes to school 2 days a week, and He gets so much in those 2 days. Oh my gosh, the teacher was telling me they do adaptive PE in the morning, which I was like, perfect. We don't want to miss that. Everybody knows kiddo's a little athlete and he just loves any PE activity. So adaptive PE in the morning, then a little bit of classroom time, like they have stations set up, and so they're kind of rotating through that. Then they have speech therapy, then they go to lunch, then they go, I think they go back to the classroom for a little while. Then they have like an afternoon resource, like library, art, music. So, I mean, that's also really cool because he didn't really get that at JSA. They had gardening, which was cool, but they didn't have like a whole lot of extracurricular resource types of activities. So, oh, and he's also going to get OT once a week. I forgot about that, which he wasn't getting at JSA. So that was another plus that I liked about public school. And it's free. But, you know, if I felt like he needed all this heavy support he was getting at JSA, I would have kept him there, you know, regardless of the cost. I'm just saying that it's a bonus that is free. So yeah, so he's getting all those things, and his teacher is so nice. Whenever she drops him off in the afternoon, like she brings him out to the car, she's always so nonchalant, like, yeah, he had a great day, he was fine, like everything's cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Thank you, JSA, for getting us to this place that he can go in a classroom with 12 other kids on the spectrum and it's all good, no big deal, no issues, no behaviors. Like, wow, that alone is a testimony for how much we got out of JSA, how much, you know, we really benefited from that time that was spent there. But anywho, so yeah, all is good. You know, I don't have a whole lot of like pressure or super high rigid expectations for him meeting academic goals there. I kind of just wanted to add to his plate of what we're already, like I said, we're doing our little homework activities at home. So, you know, I just call it homework now. Like, rather than saying we're homeschooled, we just do homework every day. And at school, he gets that beautiful well-roundedness that I want for him. He gets the socialization, he gets the speech OT, the afternoon resources, which is so awesome. So that is where we're at with our little public school update. I could not be more happy. And also, this is, I think I mentioned this before, but this is the school that he went to for pre-K and kindergarten. So it is something that he's familiar with. It's a familiar environment for him. It's in the neighborhood that my parents live. We now live, now that we're in our condo. So it's like kind of like the neighborhood he grew up in, you know, so it's super familiar and I feel comfortable sitting him there. We know, you know, a handful of people, teachers and things like that work there. So I feel good about it. I do have to start thinking about next year though. We're about to be in our last term of school because he'll be outgrown that school. He'll be too old. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely not sending him to public middle school or junior high. That ain't happening. Ugh, junior high is not a fun age and I'm not putting him in public school for junior high. So I'll start thinking about that, or, you know, possible substitutions for how I can substitute that kind of social time resource, well-roundedness that I feel like I'm getting right now from public school. Because I could just continue to homeschool him. Then we'd be right back in the same boat to where I feel like he is missing you know, a part of his education, that social aspect. And I did try looking for like co-op groups and like other ways to kind of give him some peer interaction, social time, but there's just not a whole lot of special needs co-ops. I actually thought about asking if he could repeat 6th grade and just stay there one more year and just keep doing what we're doing, because I really like this sort of part-time school, part-time homeschool schedule that we're on. So I thought about asking if he could repeat 6th grade because he does have a very late birthday. His birthday is the end of July. So he's like kind of right at that cutoff anyways, to where he's always been the youngest in his class. So I feel like for that reason, it should be allowed, but you know, I don't make the rules, so I don't know if it would be or not. But it's funny because he's like so big for his age. He's always been like one of the biggest kids in his class, but the youngest at the same time. So, but I don't care. I don't care if mentally and, you know, emotionally he's not ready to move on, and I'm not ready for him to move on. Like, you know, I'm happy what we're doing. I'm gonna advocate for that, but we'll see what our options are. It's crazy because I feel like I just recently got him back going in school, and I'm already having to think about next year, but that's just the way it is, you know. You gotta kind of be super proactive. I mean, we could always go back to JSA, you know. JSA was obviously a great option. Now that we kind of have had a year to like relax and breathe and, you know, try out some different things, I could send them back to JSA, but again, it's a big commitment. It's on the other side of town. It's a lot of financial commitment, a lot of, you know, it's just a lot. But maybe they could accommodate like a part-time schedule. That'd be good. I left this morning half asleep, very zombie-like, because he was up partying hard. He had the zoomies last night. So I didn't get to give him anything for Valentine's, but I got him a little coloring book and some Skittles because that's his favorite right now, and I'm gonna give it to him when I pick him up. Hopefully he had a good day. He was walking into school with his little Valentine's bag, so we'll see how it went. Usually he's like dying to get in the car and go home. He acts like it's the longest day of his life and he's just exhausted, but we'll see. They really do keep him busy, so he usually is pretty pooped. How was your day? Did you have a good Valentine's Day? You ready to go home? All right, let's go home, sweet boy. Yeah, right there. I got you Skittles. Yeah, you can open them. All right, great report from the teacher. She said that you had a really fun party, and she said that you got lots of goodies and you had a good day. Did you have a good day, buddy? Sweet boy. Eat your Skittles. Heck yeah. Yeah.